Hello, everybody, and welcome to our morning Kickstart. It's Friday. More fireworks, more booms. I got to add those in there. I'm going to one of these Fridays, and people are going to be surprised. But anyway, let's go ahead and start with our motivational quote for the day. Take it away.
Our quote today is from an unknown source. It says, "Don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits."
Don't
So
limit your challenges, challenge your limits.
that's right. Don't. It's like the Jim Rohn quote I had a while ago. It says, "Don't wish for less problems, wish to be better."
Yeah.
You want to be better, so challenge your limits. Get out there and that's how you grow, is by saying,
Right.
"Oh, there's a limit there. I want to be better at this."
Well, in one of our episodes last week, we talked about the blessings of challenges and how many people spend their life trying to avoid them, trying
Yeah.
to, to push them away or go find the perfect scenario where they can live in and all this stuff. And I'm just here to say it doesn't exist, guys. You have to create it. Brad, why do you have to say that? Oh my gosh, it sounds like so much work. Well, there's a thing called enjoy the journey. Okay. And so let's talk about that today. How do you enjoy your journey, regardless of where you're at right now? I mean, I'm also featured on another podcast called Don't Count Me Out, which is a podcast for stroke survivors. And you can find that here on the Resilience Talk Network as well. But on there, I get to meet people all the time who overcome some of, I think, some of the greatest challenges there are. They have this lifestyle going, everything's going great, and then all of a sudden, boom, they have this stroke. Half their body doesn't work, their brain doesn't function. They get what's called aphasia, where they have a hard time talking, and they go in. Many of them go into this deep despair. I mean, over 600,000 people a year have strokes, first-time strokes in this country. And so this isn't something that's just happening to a few people, it's happening to many. And so, well, let me just share some of those victories that we see on this side. There was this one middle-aged lady who had a stroke, and she was dominant, right-hand dominant, and she was doing stuff at her work, such as working with computers and things like this. Well, after her stroke, the stroke that hit paralyzed her on her right side. And she went into that deep depression, just, I'm never going to be able to do what I was doing. I love doing the computers. And then after much encouragement from her daughter and other members of her family, she said, they told her, gave her the suggestion, just try something new, Mom. Just think about it for a minute. And she did this very thing that we talk about, following your heart. So she asked her heart, what can I do? And she just kept having this feeling of start painting. Okay. And she's like, well, I can't paint. My right arm doesn't work. And all of a sudden it came to her, start painting with your left hand. Jay, I wished I had some of these paintings. They are like Picasso, well, not Picasso, but some of these higher end artist paintings. They are beautiful, the detail, but she's doing it with her left hand. Okay. Well, it just so happens, most people don't know this, but I mean, there's multiple parts to our brain, but the right side of our brain is our creative side, where the left side of our brain is more of a logical side. And so, what she was doing was working predominantly on, this is another key thing too, the left side of your brain actually controls the right side of your body, and vice versa. Right side controls the left side. And so by her being in this field of computers, where she had to do a lot of thinking and considering and pondering and things like that, she was definitely using the left side of her brain. But what having the stroke did was it forced her to use the right side of her brain, the creativity part. This is stuff that's always been there, but she didn't know that she could even do stuff like that. And now she teaches painting classes. She has a whole new life and she loves it. I mean, and that's just one of many stories that I could tell you guys. It's just really heartwarming. And like our quote says there, Jay, stop trying to avoid the challenges. Take them head on. Okay. When they come your way, instead of looking at the problem and going, why is this happening to me? Stop and go, okay, what's the solution? You can find a lot of joy in that, and you can learn some pretty cool stuff. That's why I say enjoy the journey. Just welcome it in. It's not something, again, you can avoid, because it'll keep coming back. Trust me. I just usually say the universe wants to teach you something, and it's going to keep coming at you until you learn it anyway. So the quicker you learn it, just get it out of your life and move on. And so that's the tip for the day. Just take the time. It goes along with our motivational quote, but please do that. Try it out. And if you're stuck, again, you can always get a hold of us here. You can get a hold of us at our email, info@resiliencetalk.com. That's info@resiliencetalk.com. But let's talk about our fun fact for the day. Go ahead, Jay.
Well, before we go there, I just want to say, when you're
Okay.
stuck or a challenge hits you, think back to that day you first rode a bicycle. You've been trying and falling down, and
Absolutely.
all the other things go with learning how to ride a bike, and the euphoria you had when you got going and you were on that bike and you were steering it, you're controlling it. That same things with any of our challenges. Think of that, back to that euphoria and the thing that how good you felt when you overcame that challenge. So anyway, okay, so today let's talk about broadleaf, evergreen, conifer. What do these have in common? Brad, what do you think?
They're not food.
They're not food.
Trees, of course, trees.
How well do you really know your trees? Now
I don't. I know pine and quakies, and that's about it.
That's right. So we have a goal today to overcome our challenge, our limit of knowing what trees we know about.
Okay.
So we have a goal for National Arbor Day. America's first National Arbor Day took place toward the start of the 1870s, right around that time Congress established Yellowstone National Park. So celebrate nothing less than humanity's endearment toward nature on April 30th, just 4 days after Earth Day.
Mm-hmm.
Now we note National Arbor Day always falls on the last Friday in April, but many states observe Arbor Day on different dates throughout the year based on their best tree planting times. So, for example, Florida is the third Friday in January.
Mm-hmm.
Be a little cold here to plant a tree in Utah. So,
correct.
Alaska is the third Monday in May, and Hawaii is the first Friday in November.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. So if you're in a different state, find out when your state's Arbor Day is. But the last Friday in April, the last Friday we get to celebrate in April is National Arbor Day. So go plant a tree. They're
fantastic.
Great.
All right. Well, thank you, Jay. Thank you for the wonderful week. I think we've given out some pretty stellar information this week. And so if you're just listening to this one here on Friday, please go back and listen to the ones this week. We try to keep them short and sweet for a reason. Short and sweet. I don't know if that's a good way to put it. But anyway, precise. Anyway, see me, I struggle with words sometimes. But anyway, but we'd like to thank you for tuning in and thank you for listening to us. And we wish you all a great weekend. And we'll see you on Monday.
See ya.